Yeah, I heard this guy on a podcast who was talking about gut issues, but he was talking about a lot of this. And he was just saying, that we self-sabotage our own health. And he said, you're never going to be able to heal a body that you hate. And it's like I just heard that 2 months ago. It's like, even, 10, 12 plus years on this journey, you hear that, and that resonates with me so much, because even though I'm healthy and I'm really proud of where I am and I've maintained for years and years and years, which I think is that's more the standard than how much weight have you lost? Because anybody can go lose 30 pounds in 3 months or whatever, it's the maintaining. It's like what happens after that is the real telltale on where you are with the love, and your self-worth. And I think it really starts where we start with my clients is, and I talk about it in my workshops, the 5 things that hold you back. Number 1 are the stories you tell yourself. And you really have to start getting aware on, like, what are you feeding your brain about yourself every single day? We pigeonhole ourselves into things we can or can't do. I used to be, I'm all or nothing. I'm all or nothing. I'm all or nothing. I'm like, would you tell your kid that you're either good or bad? Would you? No. But it was my way out. It was my excuse for myself that when I was done being perfect and restricting and I couldn't handle it anymore, then that gave me the permission to go binge. Right. And so I saw this girl at a workshop, and she said, these were her words, not mine. Hey, I've got 60 pounds to lose, but I'm gluten intolerant. So I'm done trying. It's just a losing battle. And like, I understand the food intolerance. I had C. diff 3 years ago, and my gut health has been wrecked ever since. It's a totally different journey for me. And it's really, really hard to go from being able to eat anything and knowing what works for your body to starting completely over. It's very hard. And so I was relating to her because I knew she was frustrated, and I know it's been really hard, but I'm like, that is a story that you were telling yourself so you don't have to move forward, because it takes way more effort to figure out a way how to make progress and move forward than it does just to like lay where you are. It's painful. But so I really talk about like the stories. One of my clients is like, I'm really great at starting. I'm not a finisher. So at 10 pounds, it doesn't matter what she's doing, she bails. Because she's just like, that's who she has said she is. She's somebody who can't finish it. She's not going to, because that's when it gets hard, right? The first 10 pounds comes off. Well, the end work it's pretty challenging. You're tweaking things. You're putting a little more time and a little more intention in. So we really self-sabotage ourselves by what we are programming and how we are limiting our limiting beliefs that we have for ourselves. And so we really do a lot of work of like digging down deep and disproving what we're programming and what we're feeding our brain every single day. And I think that has given, my clients and the ladies that I work with a lot of confidence and to move forward. And like, I don't have to be that way, or I don't have to go eat my whole pantry if I have a fight with my husband, or I don't, and we really, when those things happen, we really find solutions. So, okay, let's say you need something when you're stressed out or whatever, like we're just going to go to a healthier option. And that's the other thing, is really just enlightening people that like, if you love Oreos and you love sweets, I love candy. I have a sweet after dinner every single night. It's just not an Oreo. Sometimes it might be, but like 5 or 6 days a week, it's not. It's just something that is just as satisfying. And so I teach people how to use their resources. I'm not a cook. I'm not a great cook. I Pinterest stuff all day long. And it's really cool to do with your kids too, because they start associating. It doesn't necessarily have to be crap processed food to taste good and be a sweet.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, it's a lot of programming. It's a lot of like what we've been taught, that we just kind of accept and go with. So it's just disproving some of those things that have been such a standard way of thinking for so long. And once you get out of that mindset and once you really have a new approach, it just becomes easier, and you start getting this like creativity on your own, where people don't have to feed you recipes and ideas, where you go in the store and you go, oh my God, guess what I made today? This was so easy. And I just took it with me on the fly, and it's like, that is lifestyle. That is how you live your life. That is how you make it easy. It becomes your way of life, and you just get better at it after you practice it for long periods of time.